set school records. Many of you have strong leadership skills and have helped develop and implement new programs or initiatives that have helped shape our school and our community. So yes, your class is small, but yes, you are mighty. You left your mark on Hauser, and you left your mark on one another. You forged friendships and bonds that can never be taken away from you. And though you may be going down different avenues, continue to nourish those relationships. You never know when you're going to need those, and these are some throughout your life. You've left your mark on Hauser and on one another, and now it's time for you to go out and leave your mark on the world. And boy, do I have faith that this class is going to leave quite a mark on this world. And no, I'm not talking about the skid marks that some of you would like to leave in the parking lot by doing burnouts and donuts. Class of 2024, we all know who those individuals are, right? In all seriousness, the class of 2024 has a wide variety of plans for their future. Some of you already have jobs or are planning to enter the workforce. Nearly 90% of you have plans to continue your education with a 2 or 4 year college or university, receive vocational or technical training, or entering the military. But no matter what path you take, I hope your experiences here at Hauser help prepare you for success. And although your time as a student at Hauser has come to an end, never forget that you are always a member of the JET family, and we'll always be here to continue to help and support you in any way that we can. And next up on our program this evening, I would like to ask our salutatorian, Mr. Colin Kistler, to please come forward for the service.
Good evening. Thank you all for coming in. As many of you may know about me, I'm a man of few words. And when I don't talk, it's about running. So naturally, I have to incorporate this into speech somehow. When I run, I'm going to try and do my best to better myself and improve my times. Jokingly, a lot of people always say, well, just run faster. And while that sounds like a great idea, there's typically a little more to it than just running faster. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of training that contributes to success. You have to learn how to pace yourself, learn how to nourish your body, and learn what racing strategies work best for you. But the most important factor of success, or at least for my success, has been dedication. My goal is to always keep improving, and see where I am now. I've had to work very hard through countless amounts of blood, sweat, and tears, no matter how workout or race is. When thinking about our everyday lives, there are actually a lot more connections to running than you may think. Like in running, we've been trained and have to continue training in order to succeed in life. Let's ask. From preschool and kindergarten, our training for life began. We started learning some of the basic essentials, including colors, letters, numbers, increased social skills, and how to spell our names. As we continued through elementary school, we learned how to write cursive, even forgot how to do so by now. Tie our shoes, ride a bike, and use advanced technology, such as the iPad or the speech on. We started to explore new locations as well, such as Kings Island in 5th grade and St. Louis in 6th grade. In middle school and high school, we started taking more challenging classes, learning how to write essays, and learning how to take academic notes. Our memorization skills were harnessed by playing vocab baseball in his hardest class, and by listening to the Schoolhouse Rock song as a preamble on repeat in his song. In high school, we started to learn about things other than just math, science, English, and history. Mrs. Dalton taught us some of the life essentials, such as human health, cooking, and personal finance. Senora Patrick and Harry Meyer taught us world languages, and some of us even learned how to play instruments with Mr. Klinger. Some of us took C4 classes, work-based learning, and early college courses to train for future career paths as well. And even though we had to do math, we always had happy times, so we're 15-15. In econ this year, our class has learned the hassles of running a small business. And for our marketing, I even answered Hauser's most important question: who is LeBron James? But I'll say that's the end of the time. Outside of school, Mr. James can survive doing driver's ed with all of us. Whether we realize it or not, all of these teachers and staff members have been training us for the rest of our lives. Just as Mr. Finke has been my coach for cross-country and track, these teachers have been our coaches, doing everything to guide us towards success. So quickly, I'd like to have a round of applause applause for all our teachers and staff members who are doing In races, we rely on fans to cheer us as we continue running. So I want us to all look around the room and look at the fans who are here cheering us on as we cross the finish line of high school. And now I'd like to have another round of applause for all the family and friends who have been here supporting us and guiding us in our respective races. In addition to the training, there are countless obstacles that we have to overcome in order to run well. These include hills, mud, heavy rain, high winds, extreme cold or hot weather, and most notably, injuries. And when looking at our lives, we've had a lot of obstacles that we've had to overcome as well. In the last 4 years especially, there have been wars, political movements, social reforms, and a certain global pandemic. I know at this point it's a little cliche to talk about COVID-19, but we can't pretend that it hasn't been a big obstacle. It's a hard course on a huge detour that we're still recovering from. We could only interact through Zoom or Microsoft Teams. We had to wear masks everywhere we went, school was shut down, jobs closed, and we had to sit 6 feet away from everyone. On a localized level, the Hauser family has also had to suffer the loss of several students in the past several years. Each of these obstacles has hindered our lives. They make it difficult for us to follow our own path, make it hard for us to continue. But with dedication to success, we've been able to learn from, grow from, and adapt to these obstacles. In running, it's important to have the right shoes that can get you through your course or path. Different shoes are important for different paths. So, as you continue on to the next lap of the race of life, no matter what path you take, choose the right shoes that will bring you success. Remember, life is a marathon, not a sprint. So, as my papa always says, run, go race. Now, ravioli, ravioli, give me the ravioli.
Thank you, Colin. And before moving further into our program this evening, I'd like to recognize some special guests. With us tonight, we have our superintendent, Mr. Sean Price, members of the Hope Elementary and Hauser Junior Senior High School faculty, and members of the Flat Rock Hot Creek School Board of Trustees. Thank you all for your work that you do during the school year and the role that you all play in providing the support and programs our students need to successfully complete their mission of high school graduation. We are pleased to have these individuals
with us this evening to share in our commencement program, and as an expression of appreciation for their time and efforts that these individuals put forth during the course of the school year. On behalf of our students and our community, if you would, please join me in yet another round of applause for all of these individuals. Thank you. And we are now ready for our valedictory address, which will be given by the 2024 Hauser valedictorian, Miss Isabella Kiltz. If you would, please come forward for your address.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for being here to celebrate with us. When I look around, I see a room full of family, friends, teachers, staff, administrators, and many more who all deserve a deep thank you from all of us graduates. Without your love and support, we wouldn't be here today. Now to my fellow graduating seniors. Can you believe it? It's still graduation. I first just want to say how proud I am of each and every one of us for making it this far. This is a major accomplishment that the last 13 years has led up to. Before we get into everything, I want everyone to sit back and reflect on those past 13 years. I want you to imagine yourself on your first day of kindergarten. We were all so young and cute and completely clueless about what was to come. Now think about yourself today and realize just how far you have come. At this moment, we are closing a finished chapter of our lives and entering into a new one. That makes this a perfect opportunity to reflect on those past years and look ahead to our future. When looking back at the past 4 years of high school, it's crazy to me how those years have felt like a lifetime. At the same time, just as everyone says, they flew by. For some, high school might have been a blur, and you're just thinking to yourself how you're not exactly sure made it, so congratulations. We can all admit that high school wasn't always easy. The work was challenging, and there were times when I felt like there was too much to do and not enough time. But it forced us to grow and become more responsible. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure every senior in this room pushed off some assignments until the last second, but hey, as long as you got it done, that's all that matters. Even though the purpose of school is to learn and get an education, the things people will remember are the relationships formed and the fun moments spent with those people. Some adults speak about their high school days as the best days of their life, or refer to them as their glory days. As much as I hope you had a good high school experience, these are not going to be the best years of your life. And it really sounds bad, but I only say that to help you realize that the best days are still ahead of us. Maybe your high school experience wasn't all sunshine or rainbows, or maybe your experience was great. No matter the case, graduation offers us a fresh start. Graduation is also referred to as a commencement service. I bring this up because when we hear the word commencement, we associate it with being the end of something. But its definition really means the start or beginning. This is just the start to the rest of our lives, which is pretty exciting. With that being said, time to look forward. Up to this point, we have all followed a similar path. Now, some of us have transferred in and others have transferred out, but the majority of us have been together since elementary school, some even since kindergarten. For the first time in our lives, we get to branch out, and I know that life will take us all in many different directions. Some will want to get as far away as possible, but some will want to stay close. Some of us plan to further our education, some will go straight into the workforce, and some will join the military. The beautiful thing is that in this moment, we can do anything. You know how powerful that feels? For those of you who know exactly what you want to do, I'm happy for you, and I hope you achieve your dreams. For those of you who are still unsure, it is okay if you don't have a perfect plan right now. Just go with the flow and see where life takes you. Unfortunately, for all the planners in the room, we can't perfectly map out our future and expect everything to go how we thought. So don't hold your plans with such a tight fist. Instead, hold your hand open. Self-growth will come from new experiences, so don't limit yourself. Work hard and take responsibility now to set yourself up for a successful future. Before we get too ahead of ourselves, let's trace things back to the present. In this moment especially, it is really easy to get caught up in thinking about our futures. No matter what it is, we are always looking ahead to something. Whether it be waiting for the weekend to arrive, the holidays, or summer break, this shows that we have difficulty being in the present moment. So, let's start with the basics. Today is Friday, May 24th, 2024. You are in your high school gym, and you are graduating. Look around. Take in the faces of your classmates, teachers, and loved ones. Who is sitting next to you? Who are the people who have come to support and celebrate you today? Look at the gown you're wearing. Feel the cap on your head. Each of us is a unique individual, but in this moment, we are all dressed the same. This displays a visual representation of our unity as the Hauser class of 2024. Staying present is not only important in creating memories like these, but also in your everyday life. So as we move forward, let's remember to take moments like these to pause and truly appreciate the now. Even though today marks the end of our high school career, it does not mean we are done learning. Even if you aren't pursuing any further education, we are lifelong learners. As we enter into this new phase of our lives, there are going to be a lot of new experiences. I think of it as if we are at level 1 of our adult lives, which means that we will be beginners in many areas. This is a shared experience, so don't get down on yourself if you fail or make mistakes. You'll figure it out as time goes on. Now, as the time draws near for you to walk away, to leave the school behind and all it contains, may you have the wisdom to bring what you need and the courage to leave the rest behind. I know that as we prepare to leave, there are some mixed emotions. In one sense, there's excitement for new things to come, but at the same time, there may be some feelings of uncertainty or maybe even a little bit of sadness that you don't want to admit. Let all of your emotions rise, because the truth is, this experience was never just one thing. Try not to solely on its faults or even romanticize your high school experience. To be totally real, it wasn't perfect, but there were many good and memorable moments. Looking forward, you can have hope for your future because the best days are yet to come. I'm excited to see where life takes us. I know we'll accomplish great things. Congratulations to the class of 2024.
Thank you very much, Bella. Please note in your program, listed below the graduates' names are the designations for the top 10, the Technical Honors Diploma, Academic Honors Diploma, and the National Honor Society. Our top 10 students in the class of 2024 are wearing a gold tassel this evening. Students earning a Technical Honors Diploma are wearing blue cords. Students earning an Academic Honors Diploma are wearing gold cords, and members of the National Honor Society are wearing the white collars. And next in your program, you will see the list of scholarships that our students have been awarded. To the point that we're aware of, this group, as I mentioned earlier, small but mighty, has earned over $1.3 million in scholarships and grant monies over the next 4 years to further their education or training. I think they deserve a round of applause for that. And knowing this group of students, I'm sure that there is more money out there that they're going to continue to search for and earn. I know even as of up to yesterday, we had students earning full ride scholarships, so that money continues to come in, so congratulations to all of you. We are now ready to move to the presentation of diplomas. Mr. Price, I certify to you that these students have satisfied the requirements of the state of Indiana and the Flat Rock Hawk Creek School Corporation to become Hauser Junior Senior High School graduates.
Thank you, Mr. Fortune. As established by the state of Indiana and on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Flat Rock Hawk Creek School Corporation, I hereby accept the certification and awarding of the high school diplomas to the 2024 class of Hauser High School.
Thank you, Mr. Price. And now has come the time for the class of 2024 to walk across this stage and receive their diplomas. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Mrs. Madden, our Dean of Students, to the podium to begin our presentation of the class of 2024.
Let us maintain the integrity and respect of the ceremony by refraining from loud outbursts as the graduates' names are announced. Row 1, will you please stand? Isabella Marie Kilps. Colin David Michael Kistler. Chase Daniel Harker. Grace Ellen Nicole Osterman. Addison Brianne Berger. Emma Elizabeth Beaucamp. James Edward Sully Billheimer. Abigail Elizabeth Blair. Gracie Joe Blair. Mackenzie Christina Dawn Bostick. Dancy Lee Kane. Adriana Justine Calhoun. Kylie Marie Capes. Aiden Jude Chasteen. Bailey Renee Cheshire. Skylar Allen Christie. Lillian Cadence Combs. Carter Shea Crockett. Kendrick Ethan Crowder. Row 1, please be seated. Will the graduates in row 2 please stand? Addison Christine DeWeese. Alyssa Danielle DeWeese. Dylan Clayton Fleener. Maddie Marie Foster. Kylie Jo Gosney. Grace Ashlyn Hadaball. Lindsay Nicole Hedrick. Andrew Michael Hensley. Sierra Renee Hornsby. Daniel Ivan James Howard. Evan Tyler Jacobs. Lydia Joanne Jordan. Samuel Richard Loudon. Paige Nicole McDaniel. Caden Okalani Miller. Michaela Marie Miller. Row 2, please be seated. Will the graduates in row 3 please stand? Noah William Renner. Elena Deanne Rhodes. Erica Nicole Richard. Elijah Ray Riley. Lakota Storm Robbins. Alan Lee Roberts. Austin David Schwartz. Cale Allen Schwartzkopf. Jaden Daniel Shepard. Dory K. Schoaf. Hallie Ann Marie Steele. Catherine Marie Stoner. Samuel James Taylor. Caleb Michael Wallace. William Michael Walters. Zachary James Wickman. Row 3, please be seated.
Congratulations to everyone. I now ask that class president, Mr. Chase Harker, please come forward for the closing remarks and the tassel ceremony.
Thanks. Congratulations to the Hauser class of 2024. We've worked hard to get here and deserve to be commended for our accomplishments. I mean, we no longer eat glue, hope not at least. We can tie our own shoes, and our diets have expanded beyond peanut butter and jelly, sandwiches, chicken nuggets, and applesauce. Some of us at least. We have come a long way, and we are going places, and no one can tell us any different. For those who don't know who I am, I'm Chase Harker, the 2024 senior class president. As I pondered on what profound words I might share with you tonight, I thought back to a speech I gave at our 6th grade graduation. During that speech, I highlighted a few lessons that were important for us to master at that stage of our lives. Taking care of ourselves, embracing our youth, and wearing deodorant. To be honest, if you walk the halls around here, some students are still working to perfect that last one. Joking aside, I think we have learned a lot during our time at Hauser High School and have been given a solid footing to succeed as we step out into the real world. Take me, for instance. I learned a very valuable lesson in the Morristown Gymnasium. I cannot fly. I really can't. I cannot fly. I know I scared quite a few people when I face planted into the floor while imitating a Hauser jet. It's worth something. It was a painful lesson where I learned all about concussion protocol, and it was a humbling lesson as well because I learned that there really is truth in the phrase, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We're all leaving Hauser and headed off to pursue different career paths. Some of us will continue to call the small town of Hope our home, while others move beyond our tiny community. As we move forward, I'd challenge our class to take a few lessons from some famous Hoosiers to make ourselves and our world just a little bit better. First, remember, we don't make mistakes, just happy little accidents. This quote is from the famous PBS artist, Bob Ross. It just doesn't apply to painting, it applies to our lives. Well, our parents like to make jokes about us acting like we know it all. I think most of us recognize that we still have a lot to learn in life. We're going to make mistakes, and while some of them may seem pretty significant, a lot of these situations are just happy little accidents if we choose to learn from them. Rather than expect perfection or settling for whatever comes our way, let's all choose to be a work in progress. Let's be humble enough to know that we don't know everything, and driven enough to keep learning and honing our skills and knowledge. Second, we must remember nothing will work unless you do. John Wooden was one of the greatest basketball coaches of all time. He grew up right here in Indiana and credited much of his success to the valuable lessons he learned growing up in a community much like our town of Hope. He is famous for the many writings and teachings he had on leadership and teamwork ideals that propelled his UCLA basketball team to 4 perfect seasons and 10 national championships. Although he shared a number of insights on character, integrity, and success, he emphasized again and again that there is no substitute for hard work. If you're looking for the easy way, the shortcut, the trick, you may get something done for a while, but it will not be lasting and you will not be developing your ability. Wise words. Let's keep working. Third, again, where do you own it? Please. I'm kidding. Honestly, though, it never hurts to have a good sense of humor and laugh in life. Abraham Lincoln spent 14 years in Indiana, from ages 7 to 21. While those were not the happiest years of his life, they were ones that taught him some very important lessons, including to keep his sense of humor no matter what life handed him. He once said, "If I did not laugh, I should die, and you need this medicine as much as I do." We cannot always control what happens in our lives. As we face some challenges or happy little accidents, let's not forget one of the best medicines around is a small smile or a big laugh. Tomorrow, the real work starts. We will no longer be Hauser High School students. For some of us, it's a real job, some college or technical school. We are different people tomorrow. I'll leave you with one parting quote from a man whose life-size cardboard replica has been gracing my bedroom since I was 8 years old. Some people know who he is. Marion Robert Morrison, otherwise known as John Wayne. Tomorrow is the most important thing in life. It comes into us at midnight very clean. It's perfect when it arrives and puts itself into our hands. It hopes we have learned something from yesterday. Please rise and join me for the turning of our tassels. That's it. We did it.
Marshals, please direct the graduates for the recessional.
That's it. We did it.
Marshals, please direct the graduates for the recessional. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Hauser Junior Senior High School graduates of 2024.